Aloha Soul Family. The subject of this video is what is essential? What is essential? This subject, essential, has been really big lately with this coronavirus, COVID-19, and everyone on lockdown, and everyone's trying to figure out what is essential and how can I get back to my life and do all the things I love to do again. I'm going to go ahead and explain some things here, what's happening. Also, feel free to subscribe or follow us here on YouTube, and we'll want to subscribe back to you. Keep that follower train going. As well as there's a giveaway happening this week, April 13th to April 20th. On April 20th, we'll give away a medicine. Just tune into our videos, April 13th to April 20th, and comment and let us know feedback on all the videos and what you'd like, what subjects you'd like us to cover, and do some response videos too. We love that as well. And we'll announce the giveaway on April 20th. Okay, so what is essential? What is essential? Well, as you can see right now, what's essential is a lot of it is the key infrastructure out there in our communities and cities, states, and in the world. Key infrastructure, roads and bridges, and for driving, and bus and train and plane, and then some key offices for governance and social services, and essential operations offices and whatnot are staying open as well. And of course, key infrastructure providing basic needs for all. So things like food and water, of course, grocery stores and very large stores that provide food, water, energy, your basic health needs, anything having to do with housing. We need to make sure everybody has their basic needs met during this time. Food, water, clothing, shelter, energy, health, and wellness and whatnot are all key, and a lot of those businesses are still operating. And a lot of else is shut down. That says it's not essential, which also could mean that needs a rebirth. A lot of systems need rebirth in this time. We'll talk about that here, restructuring our world one local area at a time, simultaneously, through an assessment of all current systems. For whole systems transformation of our world, we're going to need to restructure all the different systems from local to global. Also maintenance and management, governance offices and whatnot, and different social services, and anything that is for management or maintenance of key infrastructure or providing basic needs for all. So if you're working, most likely you're in key infrastructure, governance, maintenance, management, or basic needs providing for the people. And transporters are also important in all of that as well, providing the basic needs and then maintenance of every roads and everything for transportation purposes. Onwards. So let's talk about industries and whole systems transformation. Let's talk about that for a second. So going forward, some of the basic needs, the key infrastructure industries that will come forward in this, into the new earth, are building and housing, ensuring everybody has housing, and that there's proper usage of all the existing building stock, and that we begin to use right materials, healthy materials, non-toxic, right resource choice for materials for building and housing, to education, to health, water, food, energy, transportation, clothing, and right resource use for all the different resources used for different purposes, happiness and spirit, as well as earth care, animal, plant care, etc., and local community governance, as well as finance and an ecosystem, that the incentivization of all humanity doing all the right things, and right balance, and whatnot with all life and our planet, of ecosystem, economic system built around that. So these are going to be the core industries and for whole systems transformation from local to global. We'll talk more about that in a second. So what else is essential? So essential is each and every human being having the time and space to be with self, to take care of their self, to focus on health, house and home, key foundations, and making sure all of our needs are provided for ourselves, and that we're regeneration, that we have the means to live well, with our jobs and our businesses and whatnot, to take care of ourselves. Once we have that in place, we are able to extend help to our outer circles, which are our family circles, our friend circles, and our community circles. So this is where in our household, in our family, we're able to help others and be cooperative with the others. When our needs are taken care of, we're in a power position to share our abundances with others and our skills, knowledge, skills, abilities, resources, and our reach networks with others, and they're able to then share their knowledge, skills, abilities, resources, and their networks or reach with you. And that creates cooperation from a power position, and whatnot. So friend circles, family circles, community circles, getting involved so your household can become cooperative and be abundant, and everybody can be happy and living off the land and growing our own food, and have self-sovereign sustaining systems in place. And then networking with the neighbors around you to create cooperative communities and higher self communities where everybody, all the neighbors are sharing their abundances and their gifts with each other in a cooperative structure, creating economies and whatnot. They can grow and grow and grow and grow, neighborhood to neighborhood and onwards and upwards. So we just talked about self, health, house, home, foundations, needs provided for, regeneration, means to live well, jobs and businesses. And then circles, your household, your family, your friends, and your community, being involved in all those circles. Onwards. So where we're at right now with this whole lockdown is Mother Earth and Father Sky, or Source, Creator, and all children, all kingdoms of the elements of creation, all of them, whether it's angels, archangels, gods, goddesses, ascended masters, whether it's cosmic beings, elementals, multidimensionals, fairies, dwarves, elves, Sasquatch, unicorns, dragons, dolphins, whales, etc., or whether it's the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, mycelium kingdom, bacteria kingdoms, onwards. All energies and all matter are working together cooperatively in this unfoldment, which is coronavirus, COVID-19, and the playing out of the powers that be playing their last card of dominance to what they feel is to be 100% in control of reality. And what this is birthing is caterpillars overconsume and they fall asleep and they go into the chrysalis and they eventually come out a brand new being, a butterfly, and that's us. We are those imaginal cells, imagining a new, better way. And with everybody in lockdown right now, it's a perfect opportunity for this is the old world retirement. We're in an old world retirement. So the patriarchal matrix old world is now retired, and it won't go back to the old ways. So it's no longer serving, and no more business as usual. So now we are ending the timeline of death and destruction, and it's a dead end track. So it looks really scary because it's not supposed to go any further. And now what's happening is what's emerging is the one higher divine timeline. And you can call that the chosen one, world order, because we are all the chosen ones. We chose to come into these bodies, to come together in this time, to share our gifts and create the world in the image, heaven on earth, paradise on earth, God's reality. We are all co-creator gods. So going forward, everything is cooperative and natural and local, self-sovereign and sustaining, regenerative, self-serving. Everything is for the greatest good of all. So we're all investing in the all, which invests back in us. Okay, next. Planned. Everything that we create going forward, that we produce, will be planned and will have continual life cycles. It will either be built and it will continue to serve that purpose, or it will be rebuilt into something different and have a new purpose. Or it could be broken down into its original elements and be resourced and recycled into something different, or whatnot. And now what we're doing, this leads in perfect to what we're doing next, which is we are now calling in the restructuring of all systems everywhere, from local to global, whole systems transformation. In every neighborhood, city, state, nation, and global, we are restructuring all existing systems, or industries are being restructured, called in. Like here in Maui, for example, the food system, we've been really super active. There's so many power players all coming together, farmers union meetings all over the island and all over Hawaii, and we are now ready to slam dunk, home run, grand slam, 100% food sovereignty, local, natural, pesticide free, so on and so forth. We produce enough that we can all consume our own, and whatnot. And then we can help the other islands from here, and then Hawaii as a whole can then help the world from that power position. So with that, what's toxic? So calling in the restructuring of all systems everywhere, we're going to need to look at all the key infrastructure and identify what's toxic or what's not serving all life and the planet's greatest good. All life and the planet's greatest good. So with whole systems transformation, we're going to be looking at education, health systems, creating cooperative systems in our local areas onwards to global, city, state, and global for education. So here, Maui's education system. You could start in your neighborhood, haiku education system, so on, all the way out to USA education system, to global education system. And same with health. Haiku health system, Maui health system, USA health system, global health system. Same with water, same with building and housing, same with energy, same with food, same with transportation, happiness and spirit, earth care, animals, plant care, etc., and clothing, right, resource usage, as well as local community governance, as well as finance and ecosystems. All these are going to need to go through restructuring. No more business as usual. Everything will be serving, all natural, local focused. So jumping in, touching base a little bit on each one, and then we'll close out this video. Education. If you're restructuring your education system locally, you're going to make sure that it's true what we're teaching our children of all ages onwards to adults, and to our elderly, are all children, and we need all educated properly, which means truth, which means we are the creator, which means we are being empowered to do what we love to do for the greatest good of all, and be a part of a system and a world that is serving a higher blueprint reality for all beings. Health, a health system locally would focus more on wellness, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual balance and activation of our higher potentials, and maintaining that homeostasis. A water system locally would focus more on blessing the water and filtering and higher vibrational water, as we are water, and all beings are made up of water, and we want to vibrate a higher reality. Building and housing. Natural materials and hemp being a main focus, as well as making sure all are housed. Energy systems locally, we would release oil and gas dependency, and we'd focus on alternative energy production to get to 100% energy sustenance locally. Hemp, gasoline would be a focus, and solar, geothermal, and all alternative energies would be invested in. Food systems locally, growing everywhere, on all lands, and food and exchange systems set up locally, neighborhoods to citywide, statewide, country and global. Clean and nutritious soils and pesticide-free would all be focuses, of course. And transportation systems, right material usages for our roads and our infrastructure and whatnot, as well as abundant and non-toxic. What are the most abundantly growing resources that do not decimate our planet, and making sure they're not toxic. Clothing and right resource usage for all different needs. We're going to choose natural and life cycle planning. We're going to choose natural resources that are abundant and the right choices, and life cycle planning is going to be for all production. Before produced, there has to be a plan for what the life cycle will be, whether it breaks down back into elements or whether it continues on or whether it becomes something new. And then happiness and spirit. Local system for happiness and spirit would, vibration is number one. That would be being happy, everybody being happy and fulfilled, everybody in their passion, fulfilling purpose, and doing all of the things we love to do. And then earth care and animals and plants, etc. in your local area. A system would have focus on love, life, and nature. It loves us back. So really, if we take care of all life forms and nature, it will love us back, and whatnot. So, and then the last couple here, local community governance systems. Locally, that would look like neighborhoods and solution focus groups. So local community governance in all of our neighborhoods, local to global, and solution and focus groups and projects, local to global, around what matters. And then cities, states, and countries are collectives of cooperative neighborhoods. So all cooperative neighborhoods around the globe would connect together and create cities, create states, create countries, which then leaders would rise up by serving in the local area. They'd be able to serve on the city level, the state level, and the country level, and global. And then voting on everything that matters to everyone all the time would be key going forward with local and community governance, as well as we are all retired. So this is our only job, is to have a say and be involved in what matters. So voting on everything, always, all the time, would be our only job. So we would do that, and then we have all our other time to do all the things we love to do. So the last one is finance and ecosystem. A local system of finance and ecosystem, eco-economic system that's focused on ecology or our environment and life, and higher purpose. The gamification of all tasks that we all agree are valuable. What raises the vibration of humanity, life, and our planet? What raises the consciousness of humanity? What activates our DNA and potentials? What connects us more to our higher selves, individually as groups and as a species and as life and planet? And self-care, family, friends, community, and world, as well as solid foundations, all needs provided for all beings, and care for all life, our planet, and an infinite supply of wealth that is already present in the future Earth, that as we all do our purposes, all our dreams come true. So an ecosystem or an economy focuses on empowering all humanity to do all the things that it's going to take to manifest paradise on earth or heaven on earth. And it's very abundant, so we can all do this right now. And all this can be broken down into small tasks that can be monetized in currencies. Millions of currencies will be project managed into being, which are utilities or tokens or credits or point systems that we can all live our dreams and have better lives, and everyone can be taken care of and everything can be taken care of, and a higher timeline Earth will be made manifest in each moment forevermore, because we're all amazing, beautiful creator beings. And I love you all. We are all essential, and it's now our time to step up, step out there, speak our truth, bring these blueprints out there, bring the people together step into leadership as the beings that we are, and this is why we're here. So aloha, love you all, namaste.